One of humanity's greatest questions has stood the test of time. Does God exist? From the dawn of ancient civilizations to the discoveries of modern science, the question of God's existence has fascinated, inspired, and puzzled us for millennia. Some turn to the wisdom of religious texts like the Bible, the Quran, each offering unique perspectives on the nature of God. But here's the real question: why should you believe in God? And, by the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of the key ideas behind God's existence. First of all, it's important to understand that we cannot fully embrace any religion without first believing in God. Who created the sky, the earth, and everything within? Who decides which fruits grow in which seasons and their taste, bitter or sweet? For example, some families with 7 boys may wish for a girl but receive another boy, while those with 5 girls may hope for a boy only to get another girl. Who decides all these things? I have only one question: who created this complex world? Some might argue that no, it all happened by accident, as a result of the Big Bang. Astrophysicist Fred Hoyle, after much thought, said that the probability of the entire universe coming into existence by chance is extremely low. He compared it to a storm sweeping through a junkyard, mixing up all the garbage, and from that, a fully functional Boeing 747 plane being assembled. This was his way of illustrating the improbability of the universe's creation through random events. Hoyle believed that some form of design or purpose must be behind the creation of the universe, rather than it being a random event. Even if the universe began with the Big Bang, it's hard to believe that such complex and ordered details could come from a random explosion without a creator. The intricate design and functionality of everything make it seem unlikely that it all happened by chance. Let me give you an example. The nuclear force holds particles together within an atom, while the electromagnetic force acts in opposition to balance it. This delicate balance is crucial. If the nuclear force were too weak, particles would scatter, and if it were too strong, nuclear fusion would become uncontrollable and lead to explosions. The interplay between these forces is essential for maintaining the stability of matter. Wait a minute, and our Earth's temperature is perfect for water to exist in liquid form. In the past, Mars also had water and a suitable atmosphere. However, solar winds from the sun stripped away Mars' atmosphere and water, causing them to vanish. And have you ever wondered why Earth spins smoothly and doesn't shake or wobble? Science says the universe began with a huge explosion called the Big Bang. This explosion was so powerful that the universe is still expanding today. The idea of the Big Bang also suggests that everything started from nothing, meaning it was created out of nothing. But think about it: how can something be made from nothing? It's hard to imagine how everything in the universe could come from absolutely nothing. If there were no creator managing the universe, why doesn't the Earth move closer to the sun or experience other natural disasters? If everything happened randomly, we would expect unpredictable and harmful changes. How can such a complex system be created through the Big Bang? In this video, let's explore a logical argument for the existence of God. Imagine a smartphone with all its advanced features like face recognition, the ability to make calls, and its sleek design. It didn't just appear out of nowhere, right? Someone had to design it, someone had to create it. Now think about the human body, which is far more complex than any phone. Our eyes can recognize faces instantly, our bodies can heal themselves, and our brains are more powerful than any piece of technology. If a phone requires a designer, how could something as intricate as the human body or the universe exist without a creator? Just like a phone needs a maker, so do we. This points us to the existence of a higher power, a creator, who designed everything around us. I know some of you still might not be convinced, but stay with me for a second because I have another example for you. He challenged the Imam, saying, "If you claim that God exists, then let's debate this matter. If you can, meet us tomorrow at the mosque at this time." The Imam agreed and said, "All right, we'll begin the debate tomorrow at the mosque." The next day, everyone gathered at the mosque, eagerly awaiting the Imam. An hour passed, and there was no sign of him. Another hour went by, and still, he hadn't arrived. Some people started laughing, saying, maybe the Imam couldn't prove God's existence, which is why he hasn't shown up. When the Imam finally arrived, the people immediately asked him, "Before we begin the debate, explain why you were so late." The Imam replied, "My house is near a river, and as I was leaving, I saw that the river was flowing too fast to cross. So, I waited for a boat. Suddenly, I saw some wood fall from a tree, and in no time, the wood assembled itself into a perfect boat, which then floated on the water. I got in and crossed the river." Hearing this, the people laughed, saying, "The Imam has lost his mind. How could wood randomly form a perfect boat?" The Imam smiled and responded, "This is exactly the point I want to make. If you find it ridiculous to think that a simple boat could form by itself, how can you believe that this entire world, which has existed for thousands of years, could operate so perfectly without a creator?" So this shows that there is a creator who created this universe. Scientists discover the Big Bang happened, but not who did it. Think about this points. If we accept that a creator designed everything, the next question is, what should we do? Just like a phone or car comes with a manual, wouldn't the creator give us guidance guidance too? If we believe in a higher power, it makes sense to seek out and follow that guidance. Just as we wouldn't ignore instructions for a complex machine, we shouldn't overlook the guidance from the one who created us in this world. Before we wrap up, we'll explore this more in the next video. I hope today's talk sparked a sense of the Creator. If you're still unsure, feel free to comment below. Until next time, stay true and stay inspired.